Yep.
I didn't know he had a job.
Oh man.
Oh, he does.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
VR
big.
man, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah. He had his own VR space.
Oh, yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
then the H guys took it over for a streaming space.
Yep.
They still make. I guess they don't make VR videos anymore. They did for like a year though.
Achievement Hunter? Yeah.
Well,
They
yeah,
don't
they
have
had-
a
they
Switch
had-
or-
VR because nobody cares about it.
Well,
They
no,
had
no.
VR the Champions, which is an awesome title
Yeah.
for a show.
It's-
No, no, I
awesome.
know, but they were using Guff's office for the VR space, but then they turned that to a streaming room, so now they don't have a VR space.
Right.
They don't have enough room anywhere to do
Also,
it.
no VR games are coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
Except
like,
for one
who cares
on
about
PlayStation.
VR?
So.
Yeah. Except for Tetris on PlayStation. That's right.
No, and the From Software is working on a VR game.
Yeah, FromSoft, Dark Souls
Yeah.
guys are working on a VR game.
Yeah.
That looks
Sounds
pretty
fun.
interesting. Yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome out to the Tryhard Podcast number 86. This week brought to you by our friends at Stitch Fix and Felix Gray, which is great. They support us, so please support them. We'll be talking more about them in just a little bit.
Is it
Hey, everybody.
86?
86.
Shit.
So E3's come and gone by
Yep.
the time this posts.
Mm-hmm.
I probably am going to be looking for like my favorite part about E3 besides the conferences, of course, is always like IGN VG 24/7. They'll always have the article that's like, hey, here's the games that you missed
Yeah.
that like aren't at a conference that are probably that could be major titles. It's just like they always get buried
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. There's games that I remember playing at E3 2015 like on the show floor that just like
You just
you've
forget
never
about.
heard, there's a couple of them just never heard of again.
Yeah.
There's this one game that
happens.
was like it was a motorcycle game where one wheel was red and one wheel was blue, and you rode on lasers, and you'd have to rotate your motorcycle. It was so good because it was like Trials, you know, that's that kind of repetition game. It's like never, it's just gone.
Think about that. Think about the process of like being thought of so highly that they're going to give some valuable floor space to you.
Yeah, and that was
then,
at the Sony booth. Sony had given this indie dev.
Yeah, and
at-
then
at
all of
their
a sudden
booth.
it's like, yeah, you know what? Sorry,
done.
the game's done. We're not doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think it's pretty fascinating.
I was thinking about that especially. Like, what the hell is that process like? How?
It's just like movies. You hear about movies that get greenlit or they don't get off the ground or, you know, something along those lines. They don't, production goes bad, so they get shelved, you know, things, all sorts of stuff like that, you know. It's just like any sorts of entertainment. Did you guys enjoy E3?
I love
did.
D3.
Yeah.
I feel like I wasn't surprised by as many things, but more I just learned a lot more about stuff I'm excited for.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, that seemed to be pretty good. Like Sony,
I felt
remember-
like most of the stuff was already announced beforehand.
And it was like this all getting released this year, which is
yeah,
awesome.
Microsoft had all the announcements,
Yeah.
and then Sony and Nintendo had the look at the
Explanations,
games.
Well, no, Nintendo surprised with the Super Mario Party. And
I guess.
and-
I mean, you knew there was a Mario Party coming to Switch. So.
not really. I mean,
There's always a Mario Party
but
and
the
a
last,
Smash and
but
a
the
Mario
last two
Kart
Mario
for-
parties were not received well at all, and I don't think they sold well at all
Yeah.
either.
I think this one will do better
Yeah.
though, since they took it back to what was sold well.
So we were talking about this earlier. Like, what's the deal with it?
Yeah, man. So I watched about 20 minutes of gameplay of it, and it is straight old school Mario Party. Like it's like there's no everyone get in a car. It's everyone going after the same thing. It's straight up. You got to get the most stars. You got to go through. They've added something I actually think is really fun. Is they've added a custom dice for everybody. So you have
Every character,
yeah,
right?
for every individual character.
What is optional?
No, well, you can roll. I don't know if you can roll it every time or
Okay.
how.
I
it
bet
works,
you.
but
I wonder if that's like a thing you can turn off in the match settings before the game starts. You know,
I'm sure it is, but I think
No bullshit,
I really like
yeah.
it because it adds strategy to who you play. And what I mean by that is that everyone still has a 6-sided block, but Princess has 4 4s on a block and a 6 and a 0 and a 1.
Is this a special block you can select before you roll?
Yeah, so you can either use the regular block or the special block. Or Bowser has an 8, a 9, and a 10, 2 spots where you lose -3 or a 1. You know, to where it's very risker.
Yeah, I got you.
And it's catered to like what Bowser would be, right?
Yeah,
that's how
of
I would
course.
expect it. You're not gonna have like all 4s for Bowser
Yeah.
or all 3s. You guarantee
Mario
a
would
3.
probably have like a super balanced.
It is. It's
almost generic.
Yes.
but
yeah, like
special.
1 through 6.
It's just another
Yeah.
6-sided dice.
I bet Wario would have like maybe a coin bonus on
I didn't
his.
see Wario played. I don't know if he's playable in this one. I
Okay.
did see
Is
Diddy.
Waluigi? Waluigi
I
confirmed?
don't know. They didn't show.
I don't think they take off Wario.
But Bowser is playable,
Uh-huh.
and so is Diddy Kong. Diddy Kong is also a playable character in this, so that's pretty cool. I was excited to see
a
that.
monkey.
When is
Um,
the year of Waluigi coming?
I don't know.
Because I saw there's a lot of fan support. Like it's definitely like
Well, it's almost
it's
like
a small
meme.
culture. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
meme. It's a small culture thing, but like there's never enough love given out to Waluigi.
Yeah, like the
So-
Smash thing. It was like
He's still I was watching the stream of like 200,000 people watching. Like he's still a trophy. Fuck. Like,
Yeah.
he's not a
like in
character yet.
everyone's
Yeah.
here. I saw memes. It was like
Yeah.
everyone's here.
And
For
then Wario's
Smash.
And then there's like a
crying.
crying
Waluigi's
Waluigi.
just like all sad and stuff.
I did think it was funny to see that they had the alpha. What was it called? The Echo versions
Echo,
of the characters.
yeah.
So like,
Which makes sense because that's what they were. They
Mhm.
just didn't have a name.
Yeah,
for it.
exactly.
Yeah, instead of it being, I like that a lot because it's like in Tekken, there's a lot of characters that control fundamentally the exact same as like baseline characters that you get at the beginning, and so like I like just especially for new players, it's easy to be like, hey, look, this one's pretty much
Just that.
it's a
Yeah.
skin, but like a little bit different, right?
yeah, just,
Yeah.
yeah, minor. It's like Ryu and Ken in Street Fighter 2.
Exactly.
The stats
yeah,
are like
yeah.
a little different, but
Yeah, yeah.
really not much.
Essentially the same characters, but Ryu's a little stronger. Ken's a little weaker. They have the exact same palace movesets and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I thought it was funny that they're like, oh, here's Daisy for Princess Peach,
Yeah.
and I'm sure everyone's like, oh, Luigi, what's he gonna get? Oh, and nope.
Oh,
And by the way,
yeah.
here's Ridley, the other guy
Yeah.
that you've been begging for.
Yeah,
Since,
Ridley. I mean, Snake's back, which is big, and Pokemon Trainer. I know a lot of people played as that.
I thought
So-
Pokemon Trainer. That's a really cool character. You just switch between Charizard.
Well, now you don't
Yeah.
have to
Now,
because
now you can just pick one.
Mhm, you
which
can
is
just
Okay.
main.
Yeah.
Can you?
You can switch between.
You
all
can
three.
switch in
Yeah.
matches.
Yeah, yeah,
Gotcha. But
Yeah,
that's
but-
awesome.
Yeah,
but yeah,
middle.
beforehand you had to switch, right? Between all
Yes, you
three?
had to, or otherwise you get like something deducted or something.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
How'd you feel about them, like, just from a production standpoint and news standpoint, them putting all the Smash information there instead of doing it in the treehouse?
It was
thing?
on the treehouse, wasn't it?
Well,
Well-
like in their direct itself, it spent like a lot of time
Yeah.
on Smash, which is awesome.
Yeah, well,
But-
if you watch any of the Treehouse, that's pretty much all they're doing. It's like
Yeah.
smash,
Yeah.
smash, smash. Here's a little more. Here's something else. Smash, 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 and
Yeah.
they're beating people over there. I mean, pardon the pun, but they're smashing people over the
Yeah.
head with Smash.
Well,
I
that's
mean,
a system seller right there, man. Smash is.
absolutely.
Yeah.
That's their big ticket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Mario Party is going to be it's like it's a bonus.
Yeah.
You know, no one's going to be like, oh, I got to go out and buy Mario Party. They're
Yeah,
gonna
we
be
have
like,
to go camping with our Switches.
Right.
Yeah.
Put
But
them
yeah,
together.
but nothing on Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
All right, if
It was-
Mario
I was
Party Season 3
disappointed
happens,
about,
can we do it like at a campsite, like on
No.
like a picnic table?
That could be a cool set, like
Yeah.
like
Oh,
a
yeah.
picnic table.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
You were so upset when they were showing. It was so funny. Like, so in the whenever we were live streaming the conference, so in the Mario Party trailer, it shows them putting their Switches together and stuff. And Craig was like, "We're not gonna be able to stream it." And I'm like,
It's like
I
no,
was
they
really
have a
upset.
TV version. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is like the regular version.
okay,
of it,
okay,
yeah.
Awesome.
okay, good.
I think
good.
there's a map that is specifically for that type of.
You lay it
Okay.
down
Stuff,
and
yeah.
kind of like a board on a board game and
Yeah,
play.
exactly.
Which is
It-
a cool idea.
Yeah, it was very neat. I saw a mini game just now where you would take the two switches, and one would be this way, one would be this
Like
way,
an L shape.
and you'd had to create the bananas. Essentially, you had to match it up. So the bottom of the banana would be here, and you have to rotate it to hit the bananas. Then you'd swipe it to move on to the next one, and you kind of go back and forth. If that makes sense. Does
Yeah.
that make sense to you?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think. But like, I think the best mini game would be to take the dock and you have to throw it back and forth to each other, like the water
Like-
balloon
like a
toss on
Frisbee.
field
Yeah.
day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the egg toss.
We were tweeting a lot about like I got a lot of tweets that were like, "Oh my God, it's happening! Season 3 Mario Party!" Just because everyone's excited about the new game. Like, I just wanted to say like we don't know if Season 3 will even ever happen, but
Yeah.
we'll no doubt make content. We will make content around Super Mario Party.
Absolutely.
But I don't know. We're experimenting with some stuff. We got some big plans for the future, so we'll see
Yeah,
what happens.
straight up, we're jumping. Like we're gonna be on YouTube, but we're gonna be somewhere else too. Straight
Yeah.
up, like just a matter of time.
Oh, you're just gonna tell them?
Well, why not?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna jump.
We don't know where we're jumping, but we're gonna be jumping somewhere.
We'll still be here on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But we also jumping somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna
Big
expand.
announcements right there.
Well, just I mean, like, there's no hitting around it. We're pretty, we've been
Pretty
talking,
lax.
we've been hitting around it for 2 months. It's like now it's just kind of coming to fruition.
Yeah,
kinda,
yeah.
sort of. But yeah, like I think with Super Mario Party in particular, we don't even know if that's gonna be with Chad and Sam.
Yeah,
like it, could be
Us four.
Parker, could be it could be us four, it could be
Danny and
Danny and Grayson,
Grayson.
could
Yeah.
be Grayson and Parker, it could
Yeah.
be Danny and Chase, could be I may not even be in it. I'm just saying.
I'll
Like,
straight up tell you, I think Mario Party Season 2 was like kind of like
The shift away.
the shift away from Sam and Chad. Like it was great to have them, but like they're gone. Like they're
Yeah.
living their own lives now and doing their own thing. So
Agreed.
like Chad, I felt bad for Chad when we were recording season 2 of Mario Party because he was just so busy all the time.
Mm-hmm. And then it's like
Sam, you know, Sam.
Sam will come up whenever we want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sam
A little
will.
bit more free time.
Yeah.
cool.
But Chad's got the kids. He's running shit. He's in all kinds of RT content
Busy
down
with
there.
Screw Attack and like he's on achievement hunter stuff all the time.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he's got a family to be there for and
Yeah. Andy lives 200, 300 miles away.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out if when we ever decide to do it.
Yeah.
We'll let you guys know for sure. But
Yeah.
we don't know if it's going to be on YouTube. We don't know if it's going to be on Mixer. We don't know if it's going to be on Twitch. We don't know if it's going to be on Facebook or Twitter or pick a platform. We don't know yet.
Or not streamed at all, and it's a Patreon thing.
Yeah, who knows?
yeah.
Right.
Did you have a favorite conference of any of them?
I didn't watch Microsoft, but everyone said
Okay.
Microsoft was really good.
They just had the most, I think.
Yeah, Microsoft
Yeah.
was like Square Enix, but nothing but new games, and for an hour and a half.
Everyone said Devolver was really good. Did you guys watch the Devolver
I
one?
didn't watch
They're really good. They were funny. Like they had a host that was like, "Fuck you, welcome to the Devolver conference, bitches,"
Uh-huh.
Nice.
and it's like very tongue in cheek.
Well, it's kind of their attitude.
Yeah.
You know?
The thing that they were making fun of other conferences for doing, like conferences kind of stopped doing now, like with not just Devolver's very like, let's just make it about the games.
Mhm.
But there's like full on stage comedy performances basically by their host in between their game announcements.
Yeah.
So it's kind of ironic because Microsoft gets on
Mm-hmm.
stage. Phil Spencer's like, "Hey guys, welcome to Microsoft. We've got 50 world premieres, like 18 like never before seen, and you got like 15 Xbox exclusives." And Phil Spencer leaves the stage, and then that all they do is show gameplay and gameplay trailers.
Hey, speaking of Microsoft, Sony, what you're saying is that Devolver's become the thing it hates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's like
Sorta.
no breaks in between. It was an hour and a half to 2 hours. I watched it on the way back from Austin. It was nothing.
You watched the press conference on the way back from Austin.
Yeah, we
in your car.
Bluetoothed it up in the Kia Soul.
Were you driving?
No,
Okay,
Chelsea was
okay,
driving.
okay.
Oh, we actually pulled over to the side of the road. I was like, "Conference is starting. Can you drive?" And then I watched,
Okay.
and she listened to it.
That's
It was
very
funny
not
because
safe.
EA's conference was a lot of talking and bullshit and games that nobody really cared about.
Yeah,
Like,
I didn't see anything from EA.
yeah,
I
they had
wanted-
Anthem, which I'm not
Yeah.
really sold on. But like Chelsea, while we were watching EA, Chelsea's not really a gamer, but she's involved in this in the space, and she was just like, "Why do they keep fucking talking? Why don't they just talk about the video games? Wouldn't that like sell more copies?" And I'm like,
Probably.
"Yeah, Chelsea, you don't understand. It's so common sense." Like, but yeah, so like Microsoft just comes up and shows games. Sony shows up and all they do is show games.
They had
and
like
then
4 games. They had
Yeah.
like 4 big games, and most of them were gruesome as shit.
yeah,
Sony was very dark this year.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, The
with
Last
all
of
the
Us
games.
was pretty fucked
It
up.
got me real excited.
But point of the
It got
story
me-
is, yeah, Devolver comes on stage and then they talk for most of their fucking press conference and just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, no one really talked at all. Like Ubisoft had a little bit. Square
Yeah.
Enix didn't even have a host.
Well, Ubisoft did have their giant dance number to start the show.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
their
God, yeah.
obligatory
at least
dance
it was
number.
bright and colorful.
It always is. It always is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, like Sony looks. I almost got like between Last of Us and that Ghost of soon.
The Samurai game?
Yeah, the Samurai game.
Yeah.
It very much looks like. I mean, The Last of Us looks the same, but like that Ghost game
Yeah.
looks a lot like God of War until he starts climbing on roofs and shit.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's a big open world game.
Cool.
With,
It
like,
looked,
combat.
yeah, it looked almost like Witcher a little
Yeah.
bit. But
So
it didn't, yeah.
today there's more info on Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, really?
It's not huge, but they said it's gonna be first person, not
Mhm.
third like The Witcher.
Yeah.
It's gonna be RPG, huge open world, and you play as a character named V, whether you're a boy or a girl. Which
Yeah.
you
Wait,
can't
wait,
be
wait.
either.
Yeah.
Question:
Hello.
If it's first person, why? Like, are you gonna create the look of your character and stuff?
Yes, there is customization.
Yeah, but
Like
like,
Far Cry.
the way
Far Cry, you do
The
that.
Witcher
Yeah.
works and stuff, you're constantly. I have no doubt you'll constantly see your character in
Yeah.
like dialogue,
Yeah.
conversations, and
Clips,
stuff like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, see, that intrigues me more than The Witcher does, because like that time period, that piece, the Witcher time piece of
Mhm.
like old lore
Medieval.
kind of
Yeah, like Dark Souls,
Medieval.
fantasy. I think fantasy.
fantasy,
Medieval
definitely.
fantasy.
medieval
world.
fantasy doesn't do a whole lot for me. No, you're right. But the idea of like this future world does.
Yeah.
You know, because that you have a pretty good idea of what you're gonna get in fantasy, but in this like futuristic dystopian world,
Yeah.
it's all up to the designers. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and that excites me.
And I love the look of it because it's what you thought the future was gonna be, like in 1983. You
Oh,
know what I
sure.
mean?
Yeah,
Everyone's
it
got
looked
like
Blade
pink
Runner-esque. Yeah.
pink
Yeah.
mohawks, like
Yeah.
jackets with LEDs in them,
Mhm.
and like even the car he drives in the trailer
It's like
looks,
a DeLorean kind
yeah,
of.
it looks like it looks like a 1989 supercar. It's
Yeah.
so great. It's totally,
Mhm.
it's so me that I just can't fucking take it.
I know. That is like the biggest thing to come out of E3. I think.
Yeah.
Like the last time I was excited for a game was probably GTA 5.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Like right now,
like this is the
if they said
Cyberpunk-
if I could buy it right now for $400, I would.
Yeah, I would, yeah. If I could buy
I
it
want
early,
it.
I would spend $1,000 on it.
Yeah.
you spent $1,000.
I
That's
thought I
too
might.
much.
I
No,
consider
no.
it. I consider. spending
Good
$1,000.
God.
No.
You don't even know what the game's about.
No,
Yeah,
no.
You don't
really
even know.
don't.
But listen,
Plays.
it's CD
No, no.
Projekt Red, and if it's anything like The Witcher, then it's gonna be completely
yeah,
new and
that's-
different.
A lot of
There
guesses.
isn't another studio that cares about quality like CG Project
Mhm.
Red. Like
This- Yeah.
it sounds stupid, but it's like Sublime.
Well,
And
The
it's
Witcher
like
one-
they're
it's,
like
it's gonna be in
yeah.
development 6 years. This has been started in 2013. Is when they first announced
yeah.
it.
The Witcher won like what 100 awards or something like that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
all of them.
And
The
Witcher
Witcher
3
won all of them.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
Witcher
mean,
3 was-
I know it, but I mean that's like the
There
same,
are side quests.
That's like a movie studio making a movie that you really want
There
to
are
see.
side
It
quests
could
in
be
The Witcher
good.
3. Side quests that are optional, that are longer and have better narratives
Mhm.
than entire.
The story
Yeah, I
is like
know.
100 hours to complete every side quest. I think it would takes about 800 to 1,000 hours.
Sounds like
Yeah.
Skyrim.
and
So-
it's like the most non-generic fantasy game you've ever seen because you play a mercenary to hunt medieval creatures.
I've played the whole thing.
Mythical,
Yeah.
you have?
Yeah.
Well, Craig hasn't.
Yeah.
You
But-
fight
but
you
yeah.
fight monsters.
You fight monsters.
It's
and mercenary.
hard.
And you have sex with women. I know
Yeah, you
that
have
one.
sex
Yeah.
with all the women you want.
Yeah.
And so you
grow on a
take
horse.
that, and then you do 80s bright, vibrant future cyborg robots,
Guns and cars. Ooh.
guns, cars, and first-person shooters. Oh
Look-
God, I would drop $1,000 on it. If I went into Best Buy and Cyberpunk was like $1,000, I could do it today. I would do it.
Yeah, I think I would too.
I would
I
run
hope
it
it's
up the
that
credit
good,
You get a
card.
game
but
that's
no way
halfway
I'm
done.
gonna.
It's like, hey,
Yeah,
you want to go have?
No. It would have to be complete.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
couldn't take it, but
Well, I got another game I want to talk to you guys about.
What's
but
that?
first, I want to let you know that this episode of the Triad Podcast is brought to you by our friends at Stitch Fix. So here's the thing about Stitch Fix, right? We talked about them plenty before, but if you do not know, Stitch Fix is changing the way you buy clothes. So here's the thing. Here's the thing about Stitch Fix. They're reinventing the way you buy clothes. You just answer some basic questions about your size, your favorite styles, and budget right there on your laptop, your smartphone, your tablet, whatever you have, right? You can then go in and you have a personal stylist that springs into action, hand selecting 5 brand new clothing items just for you. And this is awesome. We've had this done before. Bowling got his, I got mine, and it's almost to a T. It's perfect. And if you don't like it, you just send it back. It's okay. You got free shipping both ways. If you don't like it, like I said, ship it back for free. But if you do decide to keep it, right now, our listeners and viewers receive 25% off if you keep all 5 of your items. So if you go to stitchfix.com/tryhard now and you keep all 5 of your items, you get 25% off your entire purchase. It's stitchfix.com/tryhard. You get 25% off. Once your items arrive, once again, you try them on. You only keep the ones. You only pay for the ones that you keep, and you send the ones back that you don't. It's an awesome experience. It's really easy, and it's customized just for you. It's Stitch Fix. They're changing the way that you buy clothes. Go to stitchfix.com/tryhard. Once again, you keep all 5 items. You get 25% off your entire purchase. That's stitchfix.com/tryhard. Once again, they support us, so please support them.
Stitch Fix would be cool to think about in terms of seasons, like because you don't. You can just
You can
just
go get winter or like Christmas clothes.
yeah
and, yeah.
You need
go to
Christmas
Stitch Fix.
clothes.
Yeah.
It's wintertime, summertime. You
4th
just
of July,
yeah.
Yeah.
What's up?
yeah.
Halloween. I don't know if they do costumes, but
That'd be
you can
cool.
still get some,
I'm pretty sure they
you
don't
can
do
still get some
costumes.
They don't
spooky
do
clothes. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. So let's talk about Anthem for a second.
Uh-huh.
Anthem is a game that I think is it EA? EA's making it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think EA is putting a lot of stock behind Anthem. And I don't think they're getting the buzz that Anthem's. Anytime you open with a new IP, a game that has never been made before,
Mhm.
it's been announced last year, and people are like, "Oh, Anthem!"
Yeah.
And then I think they showed it this year, and people are like, "Oh, Anthem."
Yeah. It was
know?
it was like the hot game last year.
Yeah.
It was like
And
the one.
I think this year it's an afterthought.
What
Yeah.
is it?
It's Destiny.
So,
Yeah.
well,
I remember seeing. So I just completely forgot. Like
It's
about it, but-
Destiny, but you play it's third-person shooter where you pilot. There's 4 different types of these suits that you pilot, and they're very much like Iron Man or power suits in
Okay.
Fallout. But it looks really good. You can fly, you can jet boost underwater, and it's like open alien world. Mass Effect meets Iron Man suits.
Cool.
But the
So-
Iron Man suits are like the classes in Destiny.
Right. Yeah.
It seems like the big talking point for that game is that you can fly and swim with your power suits, and I'm like,
Wow.
okay, like really to me that doesn't do a whole lot for me because
Mm-hmm.
at least in that environment, yeah, it looks pretty, but for me, that just
I mean,
it's-
flying around in open world isn't something that's done all the time, so that will be a nice.
Visually,
Well,
it looks like the explosions look
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
The effects when you're flying, it looks nice. Everything looks really lush. But like they talked about how like the story will factor in. There'll be a story that you experience in single player, but then when you go do the missions, you will join for co-op experiences, much like Destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can do strikes together. and-
or even the Division in a way.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know why, but I'm more
Me
excited for the
too.
Division 2 more than Anthem. And Division 2 is
Gotta get my beanies back.
have
man.
you seen anything
Visual-
about Anthem, Chase?
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, see, like, and that's the thing. It's supposed to be this big game, and
I remembered it from last year. Like I remember the name. I can't remember like what it looks like by any means.
like I think that game has taken so many steps back just from the PAL that it delivered last year to this year. It was just kind of a game
Well, I
that
feel like it was a lot of just like last year was like Anthem, and I was like, oh, this looks awesome. I'm down for this. Like next year, cool. I can't wait for it. And then there's EA hadn't said a word about it, and I think that's what killed it. Is that no one remembered it?
They'll put all the eggs in the basket until February. But like that was the only.
is it coming out in February?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Next year. Well, spring next year. It may not be February. Everything's coming out in February next year.
Yeah.
It's going to be
yeah.
crazy. But yeah, I think for me, I was originally like standoffish of Anthem is because EA's loot boxes and stuff, and because there's so much customization, I could just think about Battlegrounds. It's like you unlocked this skin for this gun. Think about what a loot box would have been for a power suit. You unlock this variation of this leg armor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I was scared of. And they said there's going to be no loot boxes, but of course there'll be microtransactions because
Yep,
you
it's
have
EA.
you have to support a game like that for years, basically.
Is it free to play? Or is
No,
it,
it's a game you buy. But
Okay.
I have no doubt there's going to be crazy cosmetic microtransactions in that stuff to monetize.
Yeah.
That makes me stand off of it originally, but just watching it, I'm just like,
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
what
something about it. Yeah.
What happened to that game? I believe it was at E3 last year, where the dude was like riding dragons and he put on his headphones.
scale-bound.
That.
So
What happened to that?
it got
That was-
canceled, and now that studio is making Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I know.
Yeah.
That's
Damn.
exactly
Oh
the
man,
time-
I've never seen you say "damn it" like that
Yeah.
before. Like that was such.
Because that looks so cool.
You were
No, no.
instantly 37. Like you were like,
Yeah.
"Damn it."
We talked
damn
about
it." It's like-
Scalebound watching the presentations
I-
and had the same thought.
'cause-
But isn't Devil May
yeah.
Cry supposed to like have absorbed the assets from that kind of?
Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it
So I feel like
absorbed
Dev-
the production team from it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Devil May Cry. Like I was excited to see it, but at the same time, oh, that's what happened to Scalebound. They just.
I never
scrapped it.
cared about Devil May Cry.
No, I don't think they scrapped it. Didn't they like absorb all the assets that were already made for it?
Microsoft canceled it.
Yeah.
Microsoft canceled Scalebound. It was an exclusive. It was the only Microsoft exclusive people
That
were
anyone
excited
cared
about
about,
last
yeah.
year.
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about a game that is getting a shit ton of run though right now?
What's that?
Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So here's the thing about this, right? Did you see what they did over the weekend? Over the week?
Are you talking about
with
the
their
Switch or what?
No, outside of the Switch, but as far as the pro-am that they did, the $3 million pro-am they did, the big party they had. Did you see all
Some
any
of
of
that.
stuff?
Yeah,
No.
a little bit.
So their party was like, it was like being in Fortnite world. Like
Uh-huh.
they had
One Shot Girl was there.
They literally had
Justine
they had
was
the
there.
bus flying over L.A. They
Really?
Like on a
they had
blimp or
on a
something?
helicopter or something. I don't know. And they had the bus flying over. But you think about that. Like I tweeted about this last night, right?
Yeah.
Like last year, Fortnite didn't exist. The BR mode did not exist. Like that game was in development for 5 years, and when Fortnite came out, it bombed.
Yeah.
Crazy. But I do think that they adjusted, they adapted, and now they are giving away $3 million to charities.
Yeah.
You know, it's
I was
crazy.
surprised they still even have their original mode.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nobody
me
plays
too.
it.
Me too. Yeah.
Like I played it when it came out because I think we got it for free maybe at the
I think
office
we
or
all
something.
bought ourselves copies.
Or that we all got it.
Yeah,
And,
we
like,
did,
It
we
was
did.
Yeah.
fun. It
Yeah.
was fun, but like
Didn't hold up.
Yeah, did not.
It's
do nearly as
nobody
well.
plays fucking Horde mode anymore.
Yeah, unless you're doing Call of Duty.
My thing is like, and this is not to disenfranchise what Epic has done with Fortnite, but what a perfect storm PUBG bringing that genre to 35 million players and then shit in the bed, just completely.
Oh, for sure, dude. Fortnite certainly got lucky.
Yeah.
Like lucky in that they made something that when they launched the BR mode, it was like, here, try this out. It's free, right?
It was like a demo almost.
I remember. I remember them saying.
We talked in a. Can we say this? We talked in a meeting, or not in a meeting, but like we saw an Epic guy. He was like, yeah, these two dudes just tried it out, and then we played it in the office. Everybody loved it.
Yeah, they said they made it in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh shit, and they're like, this is gonna be really fun, and it was made by a couple guys, and over like the course of a couple weeks.
How big raises do you think they got? Like,
I don't know.
Astronomical.
But at the same time, the amount of money that they're making on a month-to-month basis is insane. But
and it's
more
all
than
based
that,
off microtransactions.
Yeah, it is. It's
free to
all
play.
cosmetic.
I don't have any issue with microtransactions.
Me neither.
If you got a free-to-play game.
No, me neither. Like the thing is, you could play that game with green and red, wireframe players, and it'd be the exact same. It'd still be exciting.
What makes that microtransaction system okay is that it doesn't increase your chances of winning.
Exactly.
With the stuff you buy.
Yeah.
But going back to like the luck aspect of it, right? And part of it's luck, part of it's like, wow, how fortunate. Maybe luck's not the right word. Fortunate, right? Because when you think about how that game was released, the BR mode, right? And they just happened to have this building capability, and the core game was, okay, you're going to build to protect these zombies. And then you're like, okay, well now you're going to build to protect yourself, against everybody else. And then you have players who, like, if you go back, this is crazy to say, if you go back 8 months ago when the game was released, right? You look at people who are playing it then against how they're playing it now, and how quickly they build, and how how they're building down and opening doors and popping things, and like it's like giving people a toolbox and then letting everybody else make something amazing. And then of course you have your superstars like Ninja, right? Who like the fact that
have you watched him play before?
Oh, he's insane.
Yeah, the way when he's like it's not even frantic. He's not even doing it wildly, but he's building like insanely fast.
Yeah, he is the Tiger Woods of streaming right now.
Yeah.
Like no disrespect to Dr. Disrespect, but that could he didn't adapt to Fortnite. We didn't go to Fortnite just because we don't like the game.
Do you have let's be real, do you have regrets
about not playing Fortnite?
Yeah.
I would say not regrets, because I genuinely don't love the game.
And do you think you would have gotten more audience?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'd be at 300,000 subscribers.
Yeah, I don't know if we'd be there, but I think that I think our audience would be dramatically different though, and that's why I don't have regrets, because I feel like our audience would have shifted to much younger, and I feel like there would be a lot more drama in our community just from having a younger audience come in, which is why I don't regret it. Right. We've said we want to build around the right games that fit our audience, and I know that there's a large number of people in the audience that we want that like Fortnite, but they might not necessarily be on YouTube.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, like Ninja is the best thing that could possibly happen to streaming. Right. You need people like that, because think about, let's say Tiger Woods. The analogy is that when Tiger Woods came in, everybody was making X amount of dollars. They're making good money, right? Let's just say pro golfers were making $100,000, right, per tournament. Tiger Woods came in, and Tiger Woods starts making $5 million a tournament. So everybody else gets a pay raise too. Everyone else gets bumped up, right? So what Ninja's doing is he's bringing eyes and corporate sponsors and opportunities that streamers would not have had otherwise. Like, and I think that's great.
You can say the same for PewDiePie and YouTube.
You could absolutely
opened the door for like career. Like this guy's making millions. YouTube videos.
Absolutely, you could absolutely say.
And then he drops the N-bomb with the hard R, and there's zero ramifications
he's
for it.
He's still
growing.
Yeah,
because of it. Thank you.
Yeah, he's actually growing more because of it.
Yeah, I mean, but you need people like that. You need guys, and if you happen to be that person, awesome. The thing is, Ninja is incredibly skilled. Like like PewDiePie is Swedish.
It was more funny shock.
PewDiePie, another makes a perfect storm on a growing YouTube platform. He got an international audience, not just
he started
stateside.
with the Swedish audience, and then he got the European, and then it went to America.
Exactly.
But PewDiePie and Fortnite, they're like they're peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
But
I
they,
think
they did break the record, by the way, yesterday for on Twitch for Fortnite had the record with Drake and Ninja streaming. Yesterday, the Pro-Am broke that record, and it was also on. Altogether, there was over 1 million people watching it between Twitch and Facebook and YouTube and Mixer.
and there's
What record did they break?
So the
Was
viewership at one time.
I thought the Dota 2 or League internationals would be way bigger than that.
No,
Usually
so-
it's like 5 million, 6 million people watching.
Not on Twitch.
Maybe not.
The Twitch record was like 620,000 or something
Okay.
like that,
Yeah.
concurrent at one time.
Mhm.
And yesterday, they were, I think when I saw them, they're like 650,000, so like
Okay.
630, 640.
what's crazy for me is there's like there's not a single hint of stagnation.
for?
Fortnite.
Oh no,
There's
no.
like,
the,
there's
Not yet.
Yeah.
the fact that we talked about this a million times, but the fact that they constantly are updating their game,
Mhm.
like making it better.
Mhm.
And if you were to go, like if you go back and look at it, like I said, 8 months ago,
Mhm.
they're in season 4 right now.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
That-
Well, I mean, the seasons move really fast in esports.
yeah, it's like 60 or 90 days, something like
It's
that.
like maybe a
60
month,
days,
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
But they've added all the emotes, they've added all these, like they're literally changing
Oh.
culture.
Oh, that's
You know?
like how you stay relatable. Like the only reason League's still alive is because it does that. Like
Yeah.
I was a big League player like a year or two, something like that ago,
Uh-huh.
and just like this past month, I've started like playing around it too again. The game's totally different,
Yeah.
but it's still super fun.
Yeah.
Like
that's
everything changed around, and it's great.
even me playing Overwatch is like the game's so different because of all the tweaks to characters and new characters that I don't know how to deal with like when I play the game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, speaking of life changing, Craig, and
Yes, Solon?
and sticking with it and
Yes, Solon?
and making sure that everything's going to be okay no matter what. You
What?
know,
Well,
speaking of sticking with the times and making sure that everything's going to be good to go.
I don't understand what you're talking about right now.
I don't follow either.
This episode of Triad Podcast is brought to you by our friends at Felix Gray. Felix Gray is awesome. I'll tell you what, Bolin can actually talk about his personal experience with Felix Gray. Go ahead, Bolin.
I just had LASIK eye surgery, which and now my swollen. You know, Chelsea was saying maybe you should just have the surgery where they remove a lot of your eyelid skin, because that's why I look high and tired. I think my eyelids
I
are
think
just.
you baggy a little bit.
I just have a lot of eyelid skin. You know what I mean?
Cool. So you got these Felix Gray glasses.
So I just had LASIK eye surgery, and I got to be honest. I came home. I'm fully healed. I can see everything fine. I can read everything with one eye in the office. No problem. Unfortunately, I can still see your mug over there. But I am still sensitive to light. I'm picking up halos and stuff because my eyes are still adjusting. It actually hurts. And so I asked to borrow your Felix Gray glasses because they sent you a sample pair whenever they first sponsored us long ago.
I
Thank
said
you
no.
so much. Thank you so much, Felix Gray. And then so my eyes were hurting. I was getting headaches. I couldn't take the screen whenever I was gaming. And so I asked for a sample pair of mine. They look great. I look so handsome, just like I did. They have the blue light filtering in the lenses. It is like they took the glass and the lenses and the blue light technology stuff, and it's all in there. So you don't have a weird, ugly yellow tint or anything. You just put them on, and then all light sensitivity that I was having issues with
I really need
vanished
to-
instantly, and I feel really good now when we play video games. And
Do
all of
your
you
eyes
too.
still hurt?
No. I mean, they hurt. Like right now, if I stare at that light, it hurts a lot.
No, I mean when you play games.
Well,
when you're
last
wearing the
night,
When I go
la-
look in the sun,
Last
it's
night was
really
my first night with the Felix Gray glasses, and I had zero headache agitation
right.
after playing for almost 3 hours.
It's amazing. So Felix Gray glasses, they are the stylish way to protect your eyes from the light on screens. We're staring at our phones, staring at computers, staring at your whatever all day long. It's insane how much we. So you got to protect those eyes. Bolin and I both wear them at night whenever we stream. They drastically like I said, I've never had a headache after starting to wear Felix Gray glasses, and I strongly support you guys going to check them out. They're stylish, they look good, and they protect your eyes. We're not just saying this; they genuinely help, and you look good while doing so. Like I said, my wife, she likes it when I wear them. Just saying, I don't even wear glasses, but I do when I game, and she likes it. So yeah, man, there's no prescription necessary. You just pop on in, you check it out, and you're ready to go. So go to felixgrayglasses.com/tryhard to try a pair of Felix Gray glasses today. That's felixgrayglasses.com/tryhard. That's gray with an A, by the way. Felixgrayglasses.com/tryhard. give it a try. They're awesome. It's just so good, so easy, and give them a try. Like we talked about it for months. So they support us, so please support them. Give it a try.
I'm gonna pop my ankle. Listen to this. Ready?
Nice. Are you going?
I
again?
actually
You
broke
can do
it.
better than that.
Actually broke my.
Just broke.
It's
it.
broken.
So you know what game? You know what game I was excited for the most, but I think has
What's
a
that?
huge problem. It's Fallout 76.
Really?
That's got a huge problem coming.
Is it that there's online? It's an online
No,
only.
See, I was excited for the online play.
It's not online
That's-
only, is it?
I
It is.
maybe.
It's like H1Z1, I think.
Yeah,
I think they said it's.
I think it
they
might
said
be
online
online
only.
only.
Yeah.
but either I don't know.
Oh, I
Either way,
thought it was a Fallout game that you could play with other people.
I'm
No.
pretty sure you have to.
I'm pretty sure they said it's online
No,
only, and that every single person, the thing that separates this from every other Fallout is that every person you kill, every person you interact with, is a real person.
So
I don't know about every.
Well,
there have to be
No,
some
there's
there's
you know
going to
what
be
I mean.
NPCs.
Yeah.
No, how I interpreted it, and I think this is how it is like H1Z1, where you go into the world, you can loot and do whatever you want, but you're dead, you're dead.
That's not true. They
Not
said
true?
that specifically. That it's softcore survival. So if you die, you still keep all your stuff.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, that's
Um,
dumb. I want to keep everything.
Yeah.
I want to lose everything.
Right. But they said like the way they advertised it was like, find other players and work together to build up a town. That shit is kill or be killed.
Yeah.
Like nobody ever works
Okay,
together. in
so
a
it's
game like
Ark.
that. It's Ark or Daisy or
Okay,
whatever. Yeah.
it's Ark.
Yeah.
That's the best
Rust,
way.
think Rust.
Yeah, Rust. Okay.
Yeah. If you're not going into the game with friends, you're just gonna die.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, well then that's awesome. See, I thought it was a Fallout game that you could play with other players, which I'm not into. If it's gonna be a Fallout game, like
It's
Fallout 4,
It's Fallout War basically.
fucker.
No, leave it.
Continue your Fallout 4 discussion.
Anyways, so yeah, I'm pretty sure it's all online. They got like the nuclear silos or whatever that people can go control.
Yep.
And they have like the building element from 4. So you work with friends, hopefully, to build up like a town, only for it to get destroyed by someone who wants to come and steal your materials.
See, that's why
So-
Ark. That's why Ark's awesome. That's why I've always wanted to play Ark. It's just the issue. And we talked about making a jump early. If we did do something like that, Ark would be a game that I would try to do a fresh start with whoever we were playing with.
Well, Ark just got a lot of heat. Like,
Oh, really?
just the past few months.
What happened to him?
Well, Ark was still in early access, yeah? And they decided to take their game from $20 to $60.
Really?
Without any kind of update or anything, and still in early access, and people hated it. And this was like 2 weeks before I decided I wanted to buy it, and I was like, no.
Yeah, I bought
Like
it.
you
a
buy
long
for the
time
same
ago.
thing, no updates, still in early access for $40 cheaper a week ago.
I mean, to be fair, man, it's been out for years.
Yeah.
You could have bought it like at any point. Like,
Anytime, Chase.
I know, but like it's still not on full release, and
don't
that's
know.
what people got upset. They're like, so you just
They-
raised the price, like you just tripled it,
They can do
but
whatever they
nothing
want.
happened.
They did it last year. It said, in anticipation for the game's retail release, Ark Survival Evolved developer Wildcard has increased the price of its popular dinosaur survival game on Steam from $29.99 to $59.99. This makes sense considering it'll be officially available August 8th as
Yeah.
a full retail game. So far, it's just been early access. I have no problem with that.
It's pretty much.
I have a
done
problem
at
with
this
it
point.
not raising the price on August 8th when it's full retail release.
Oh, sure.
But it's pretty much
well,
done
this was
anyways. They're
on.
not adding
This was 2
updates.
days prior, so yeah, but
Gotcha.
I understand.
Yeah.
No,
They're not,
it
like,
was. This
adding
was like a
any-
few months before release. They did
This says that the game was going to be released August 8th,
2018 or 2017.
2017.
I get
And-
maybe raising the price like a week before and
Yeah.
calling it a pre-order, but I don't know
Yeah.
about 2 months.
No, this was 2 days.
No, that's the article posting.
This article is from. Oh, I'm sorry. This is from July. July 6th.
Oh, okay.
So this was a month ahead of time.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yes.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I could see that. But I don't have a problem with people raising their price for a full game.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, no,
It's early.
I
It's
understand
cheap
that.
because it's in early access.
It's pretty much full at this point. Like they're
Yeah.
not updating major systems
I
anymore.
feel like you should not be allowed to go. You can't be in early access for 3 years.
Yeah.
If you
I mean,
you're in early
Minecraft
access,
was in beta for like 10.
yeah,
It's like,
So-
why not just full release and give updates?
I don't
why
like.
call it early access?
Well, then you get PUBG. It's 1.0 and it's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
like,
so many bugs to
why
fix.
Gang Beast was in early access for like 6 years.
And that game was perfect when it first came out.
Yeah, like, should there be some kind of
Rule.
rule for early access?
That's
You
up
just-
to Steam.
Yeah.
but
I don't know.
I was there's a couple games that I've been keeping an eye on.
is Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. Craig, I know you're obsessed.
No. There's this Fractured Lands game that's coming out. It's like an early access. It's like Mad Max meets BR game, right?
Okay.
Where
Yeah,
you're
first
driving
person,
around in a
but
car.
with driving.
Yep. And there's another game that was just released as a joke. The Total Accurate.
Yep,
Battlegrounds.
Battlegrounds. It looks fucking hilarious.
Right.
Do you have it? It was free on
I
Steam.
watched Oni and G on YouTube.
It was free
play
on Steam. Did you download it?
No.
Yeah, it was
sorry.
it was free. Now it's $5.
I'll get a torrent. It's fine.
So-
$5.
You'll
You
get
should
it
play that
torrented.
tonight.
Yeah.
What a
It's fine.
asshole.
Wow.
What a piece of shit.
I'm gonna play it for like a day and then
It's
delete it.
$5, dude.
I'm not gonna play it.
You can find that change in
Yeah.
your fucking couch.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Damn, dude, that's rough.
Yeah.
Okay, so I received a press release about Total Accurate Battlegrounds,
Uh-huh.
and let me see if I can find it for sure. What's it called? But I went in and the press release was like, yeah, so we're just gonna throw this out there. This was a April Fool's joke we were gonna release, but it didn't get done, so we're gonna release it anyways.
It looks like it was
For fun.
also made by 2 people, like the Fortnite Battle Royale.
Well, so they released it,
Yeah.
and it was downloaded over 1 million times in the first 24
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
And it was like, whoa! And they're like, we are not going to support this game. Like, we're not going to support this game
A bunch
at
of
all.
idiots.
And as soon as it reached 1 million, like, it blew up on Twitch, blew up stream, and people were like, whoa, shit, this is awesome.
Yeah.
1 million people download it because it's free for the first 100 hours. And now they're on their 7th update for it.
Yeah.
They just released their 7th update for it. So
Like, how idiotic would that be? Hey, made a game. Oh, wow, 1 million people downloaded it. We're not going to update it.
yep.
Yeah. Like,
Sticking to your guns. That's respect.
it's better than any
You know what?
money
That game
could buy.
is a piece of shit. I don't care if people. I don't care if 10 billion people.
That's
play it.
respect.
We're never.
billion
We're
peop-
never.
10 billion
Yeah,
people.
yeah. People are gonna have babies just to play that game.
We're never going to
We're never updating.
I bought
it.
3 copies.
Respect. Stick
Yeah,
to your guns.
I'd respect that. I'd respect that
Wow.
real hard.
They just released their 7th update. Once again, they were not going to update it at all. They added in this update. They changed a shit ton of stuff. I'm just looking at the patch notes for it. They added squad and solo matchmaking, so they added
Yeah.
squads now.
They've had squad for a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For a little bit, like the 3 days it's been out.
No, like I mean, I watched it probably a week or 2 ago.
Yeah, it's been out
and
for
they-
2 weeks.
And they had like squads.
Yeah, they like. It's insane. They're like adjusting the rocket launcher to AOE and stuff.
It's like the tiniest little details.
They're fixing melee weapons.
Blast radius reduced by 6%.
New competitive
it
mode.
is.
Season 1
It's
started.
totally accurate. They have to make sure they got everything down to a
It's
T.
actually accurate.
Upcoming things we're working on: vehicle, bike, motorcycle sidecars, cardboard box for a
Nice.
vehicle.
That's funny.
But yeah, like it's funny because the second I turned that on and played it, I popped into like where you can test all the guns, and I don't know if you've seen all the guns in it, but the guns are just stupid.
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
It's like wacky.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's like wackiness.
Well, and your
Yeah, right.
arms are jello, so like you fire it and
It's just all
like,
over the
flying
place. Yeah.
everywhere. Yeah.
But I think that's a great example. I don't know how many people are playing it at this exact second.
What's that thing you use? Steam something?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Steam
leave.
Spy? What? No, what's it called?
Let me see this real quick. Let's see.
Feet are weird. They're like fists on your.
Do you wish you had ape feet where they had a thumb?
I had a friend named Mark Blazik in high school,
Don't tell me you had a thumb.
and
That's
he could curl his toes like this, Craig. like
So
without the
3
thumb.
times?
I
What?
played Mercy with him once. I played Mercy with his feet, and he beat me.
Oh, that's gross.
I put my
Jeez.
fingers between his toes like this, and he
God.
played Mercy together. And he I was like, ah.
So the game has, in its 24-hour peak, had 9,000 people playing it. And last 17 minutes ago, had 4,000 people playing it.
Okay.
So people are playing this game,
Yeah.
4,000
which is
people.
amazing.
Are.
It's not like a ton, but
Yeah.
it's still all-time peak was close to 30,000 people playing.
How many
it,
people
so.
are playing PUBG right now?
Probably about 30,000.
Think so?
Well,
Wait. Playing Battlegrounds?
Yeah.
No.
I bet you there's 30,000 people playing Battlegrounds right now.
Yeah.
I bet there's
more.
I bet there's 1 million
Yeah,
people playing
I
Battlegrounds.
think
I'd
more
say
about
30 to
I think about
50,000.
500,000.
I say 30 to 50,000.
At this exact second, there's 578,000 people playing Battlegrounds.
Okay, so we were
24-hour
correct.
peak, 1.5 million.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
So
more than Call of Duty on launch night on PlayStation 4. That's how much they're playing it right now, and it's been out for a year.
Yes. Call of Duty
and they say it's dying.
Call of Duty WD World War II multiplayer 5,700. So there's more people playing total accurate battlegrounds than Call of Duty World War
No way, really?
World War II, yeah.
On Steam though.
On Steam, yes.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Call of
not-
Duty's never been big on PC, which is why I would rather. I'm probably gonna get the new one on PlayStation.
So
4.
let's talk about a battle royale that took everyone by surprise. You
What's
know,
it?
Realms Royale. How
Realm-
much fun that was.
Did it
That was
take
awesome.
people
Yeah.
by surprise?
I don't
Yeah.
know. We had fun the other
It
day.
was
No,
We-
it,
fun.
no, okay, it
We
was
kicked ass.
fun.
We got a chicken dinner.
But like, are people playing it?
How many people playing Realm right now?
Yeah.
Realm Royale?
Yeah.
Realms Royale.
1 second, please. I'll let
Look
you
how
know.
different it was.
Yeah, it was different.
So
It's
like,
got powers. It felt very familiar.
I like having the
Yeah,
like,
that's
I
what's
like the
good about it, yeah.
classes and I
Yeah.
like the forging things.
Yeah.
Realm Royale, there's 16,000 people playing it right now.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Good
There's,
for
See,
them.
that's the- yeah, that's-
I
it's
hope it does
24-hour
take off.
peak is 17,000. Or sorry, 24-hour peak 78,000.
Oh, 24 hours.
The all-time peak is 104,000. So it's growing.
Nice.
I'm almost not rooting for that studio because just when Paladins first came out, it was so
It was
shameful.
just like
Overwatch
Overwatch.
rip.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
just like everyone called Lawbreakers an Overwatch ripoff, but it really wasn't. Paladins was an Overwatch
Okay,
ripoff, and it was really
Speaking
bad.
of ripoffs, didn't PUBG file for a lawsuit?
Yeah, PUBG
Yeah.
is suing Epic because obviously, PUBG is using the Unreal Engine. They knew back end what PUBG was going to be, and so PUBG's suing Fortnite.
Yep.
That'd be so bad, but kind of cool at the same time because everyone would go back to PUBG.
No. Like nothing good will come from that lawsuit. Nothing good
No.
will come from the lawsuit.
Yeah, more players probably on both platforms because
I-
it's just more
I would say
news
more
about
player-
the games.
It's gonna be one of those things where people are spiteful of PUBG,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's gonna
They'll boycott it. Yeah.
yeah, they'll move
Maybe.
they'll move towards Fortnite, and it's like a last ditch effort. And I think Battlegrounds is so fun.
I don't think they'll lose too much because like if you haven't switched to Fortnite yet, I think it's because you're more like the realism of PUBG. Like that's
What-
me. I like PUBG because it's more real. Fortnite is too cartoony, too wild. Just random building is just.
Could you imagine PUBG, the hottest game ever made? is like gets sued, and it's the biggest game ever, but it's an underdog.
Yes.
that people rally behind. You give the biggest game ever this
Battlegrounds or Fortnite?
Fortnite
Okay.
as victims of a lawsuit.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like you give the biggest think about the brand loyalty that would do for kids.
They've already done it, man.
Well, yeah, I know, but like even more so.
You know what I want to see Battlegrounds do?
What's that?
I want them to make the exact same game, like literally Battlegrounds anime, and change the characters. Give it a bright colorful outlook
Uh-huh.
of it. Give it very colorful look to it.
Cell shaded
Fortnite
and saturation it.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Make it super colorful. You know what? Make your emotes quick, fast, super silly,
Have quirky maps that aren't just grasslands.
yeah, but I think you take the exact same thing and you say, look, we've listened. Here's Battlegrounds. Here's Battlegrounds color or whatever they want to call it.
Battlegrounds pop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
To where, and you make it more arcadey.
Battle Blast.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Battle Blast.
Like, I think that makes it because Battlegrounds plays well. It plays outstandingly well, I think. I know people like to be, desync and blah, 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 blah. And okay, whatever.
Like it shoots well. It's clumsy as shit. Like just so bad. Like you just run up to
I don't think so. Like, I really
The
don't.
mechanics seem a little off, but
Yeah. The fact that you have to restart your lobby, like their lobby doesn't fucking work.
Yeah, see, but that's
That's
that doesn't have to do with like the gameplay to me. That's
It's
to me,
but
is, like, a minor
yeah,
thing.
but like you get into
They should've
Fortnite,
fixed it.
boom, lobby works perfect. You see everything. Fortnite, it's like, dung, 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 game's booting.
I
Like,
also like what with Fortnite how you don't have to wait 60 seconds every time to start a game. Like,
Yeah.
you
that's
hop in-
because there's billions of people playing.
Yeah,
Craig.
word.
Oh,
They're
there
ready
is,
to
but-
go.
But at the same time,
all the time.
you cut it down. And it's like, okay, you got 100 people. Game starts in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Like I think it's great, and
Yeah.
and Battleground should follow that lead. But I think that's an easy. I feel like that's one of the big things that's holding Battlegrounds back is simply its art style.
Yeah.
I really feel that way.
Maybe.
If they were to should adapt, which I know that's funny.
But like
Yeah,
at
yeah.
the same time, it's the only battle royale game that doesn't look like a cartoon, which I like. I wouldn't want it to look like a cartoon. Like I want it, like I don't.
Well, no, okay. Let me take a step back. Also, you make that Battlegrounds
An
pop,
option, yeah, an option,
no,
of
no.
course.
You make that free to play.
Oh yeah.
You make that free to play.
They
And-
should make Battlegrounds right now free to play.
Would you be upset if after we spent, $30 on the game or whatever, if they're like, yeah, it's free to play now? Like, do you think they just give you a shit ton of keys and say, okay,
I don't give a flying fuck. I've got 1,000 hours in the game.
I know it was already worth it.
Yeah.
It comes back to like paying $1,000 for Cyberpunk 2077. We'd pay that money to get it early.
Yeah.
Could be the same thing for Battlegrounds, kind of. I paid $30. To
I'd
play
pay $1,000 to play Cyberpunk right now if it was done.
Same.
Man, what
I
if?
think it would.
That's bullshit.
Do you think that Battlegrounds would ever have the balls after they sold 35 million copies of the game to go free to play? Do you think they would ever do that?
Like those crates, like I guarantee, I feel like they've made more money on the crates than they have on game sales.
don't
Yeah,
know.
I think they should go free to play. I think that'd be smart on their part. Either there will be a little backlash from people being like, I spent $30. And like,
That
I
you'd be-
understand if they refund people who bought it in the last month, maybe.
Yeah,
But
You
before
just
that, it's
give
like,
them
no.
a little. You give the people who paid a little founders package of skins and
exactly.
shit.
You
And
give
then you're good.
You give them 10 keys and
Yeah.
well, we spent $100 and you get a single good item, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do think that's like one of those things. Yeah, you give everybody a special shirt or
Yeah.
something, and
Which
which
they already
they already do have
They
a
already
founder
did.
shirt.
Yeah.
But yeah, you give it like a I bought the game shirt or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I bought the game and all I got was this lousy shirt. That's genius.
no, I figured Battlegrounds would have been free to play already. To be honest, I wouldn't see.
Maybe they're like, we're not really selling any more copies lately.
Yeah.
Why?
What can you look at? Is it possible to track sales in like the past month?
yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, that website does sales.
All right, Bolin, give me all the battle royale games that are on the rise.
Fortnite. That's it.
Fortnite,
That's
Realm.
it.
PUBG,
Realms.
Realms.
PUBG's on the way out.
Radical Heights.
Radical Heights is dead. They
It's-
killed it.
Did it?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
killed it.
Yeah, it's
Because
that-
Cliffy
that-
B went
really
under.
good.
Cliffy B's business. He
Dude,
closed.
I haven't heard anything.
He shut the doors.
Yeah, it's over. Cliffy
He
B's
fired
done.
everybody. They let
He
everybody
says he
go.
wants to come back later, but like it's gonna be like 10 years we hear from Cliffy
Cliffy
B.
B
again.
needs to just join a studio as a game director and not worry about all that
Mhm.
shit. And-
Yeah.
Totally accurate battleground.
Yeah.
Totally accurate battleground.
I wouldn't say it's on the way up though.
Call of
I
Duty.
really wouldn't. I would say PUBG.
It's
or-
Just ones that people
it's
will actually
it's like
play.
yeah.
it's not a game.
That's a gimmick.
Yeah,
more
it's a
than
Yeah.
game. Exactly. And they're
the
gonna turn it
competitive
right.
nature and the I don't know. Just
That might
Fortnite
be,
is
it
so
might be
wise.
just those three right now.
Yeah.
And it-
I'm done with the genre.
I know you are.
Here's
Like
a-
I think it's mostly because I don't. While I can win on occasion single player, it's not nearly as fun.
Yeah.
And
I'm-
that's pretty much all I play is
I'm
single.
I'm
so,
looking forward to Call of Duty Black Ops'
Yeah.
battle royale a lot. I'm,
You know-
I'm looking forward to Call of Duty's regular game mode a lot.
I was thinking about it the other day. I think a battle royale, Red Dead would be kind of fun.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
It'd be really
Cowboys
easy
and
to do
horses
too.
and stuff. Yeah, I think it'd be a great game mode.
So, Fortnite in May. Oh, this is in March. Holy shit! So in February, they sold at $126 million in sales for
Battlegrounds.
Fortnite.
Oh,
Fortnite,
Okay.
Wow,
a free game.
100 million a month.
Yes, from just strict. Now, the beautiful thing about Fortnite is the thing that makes it so impressive is that their season pass is like you have to play every day to get what's in the what's
Yeah.
what's built out, and that's so smart.
Mhm.
Like that's so smart because if you don't, guess what? Your buddy has that, and you don't. Sorry,
Mhm.
sucker. You
Yeah.
know?
And you can't be John Wick.
Exactly.
God. And they had a Disney partnership. I'm sure they got some money.
And
from
Marvel.
that. Dis-
Yeah, the Marvel
Disney,
Thanos
yeah.
crossover is so good, so
Yeah.
smart.
They've done that. They've and now on Nintendo, which I was shocked that they did not have some sort of Mario outfit or something.
They probably will. They
And-
probably
and-
will.
And what about the whole Sony blocking
Oh
people thing? dude?
man, that's fucked
what?
Did
up.
you hear about this?
No.
So if you activated Fortnite on a Sony console, it locks you away from being able to activate Fortnite on anything
No,
else.
your
Wow.
same account.
okay.
so
you
you
can
have
make
to
a new
start-
account.
Yes, but
Yeah.
you don't have any.
You
of the
can't be
same
John
stuff.
Wick.
Exactly, yeah.
You got to
Okay.
start over.
Well,
so
whatever. It's
but-
all
Man,
cosmetic
that's
anyways.
awful.
Yeah, but I mean, Fortnite means a lot to people. I mean, imagine if, yeah, I can't really draw a comparison, but
I was
yeah,
like, there's nothing you can
Yeah.
give me for that. But
That's
yeah.
awful.
could you imagine being a kid and play? I mean, I bet you most kids are playing on consoles. Like,
Yeah.
that's where the money's
They're
being
playing on
made.
their dad's Xbox.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like, imagine, oh, it's cool, it's on Switch now. What, Dad? The thing doesn't work. That's so fucked up.
There's an article from April about Fortnite that they're making $1 million a day on mobile. On just
Oh
on
yeah,
mobile.
you forget about mobile.
Really?
And people are spending more time with it than Tinder.
Nice.
So that's crazy.
Why date when
The
you
only
have Ti-
comparison
Why
I
date when
have-
you have Fortnite?
The only
I
comparison
guess.
I have to that
I think
is when my sister deleted my Guitar Hero 3 memory on
Oh,
my memory
nice.
card.
Oh,
That was
it's
a
I don't
tragic.
know,
That was a
for
tragic.
little
like-
siblings.
I don't know. I get
she's
mad,
older.
especially because we're on YouTube Gaming and Fortnite has just like taken over the platform like 100% on as far as streaming goes here on YouTube. And so like for me, it's just like, oh god.
I mean, you think about the hours of like work that went into the original Fortnite, and how just nobody gives a shit about
Mhm.
the
Oh,
original Fortnite, and like those guys worked their ass off, and now I guarantee there's a ton of people that are at Epic right now. They're like, this is not the game that we made.
Oh, you
and-
think so?
Oh, for sure. I bet there's probably.
No.
I bet there's a few.
Yeah.
No,
that were on the
I think
original
they'll be
game.
like, this isn't the game I made. Though that extra 50 grand a year was a kind of a nice raise. So
I
I'm okay
bet,
with that.
they didn't see a cent.
Yeah.
All the
I bet they
designers
did.
on the horde
I
mode
doubt
and
they
everything.
saw it.
Yeah.
You think they make that much money every month, 125 million, and no one got a raise?
Maybe the two guys that made it got a raise, and now they're like GMs of the studio. But other than that's
No,
not a,
maybe
that's-
no, maybe the guys who
You think
who
they
are
take care of
running
their
it.
employees?
It's not time yet.
Mm-mm.
Like you don't just give them a raise immediately. Like dude, I like, because you don't know how long it's gonna last. You know,
Yeah.
like I know that sounds crazy, but like
They're putting this money aside for Fortnite too, or whatever. they make.
Granted, I don't know how many employees Epic has, but
Probably not that many. They're not a big studio, are they?
I don't know.
it's like even if you have 100 employees, that's like you can give them at least a nice bonus.
700.
They have
700?
employees.
700 employees with,
How
with
many
insurance
does-
and all that
Yeah,
stuff. I
yeah.
mean,
Man, think
Can you
about
look
that.
at-
How many people work at Rooster Teeth? Like 500 now?
I don't know, something like that.
Can you
yeah.
look
Bigger
up,
than Rooster Teeth working
uh,
on one game.
Can you look up Blizzard?
Blizzard number of employees?
Yeah.
Sure.
Honestly,
Blizzard
because they're doing Overwatch, WoW, StarCraft.
Yeah, yeah.
They got all kinds of departments.
Almost 5,000.
Okay.
That's
How many
in-
people work
That's
in-
in 2012.
How many
Okay.
people work at CD Projekt Red?
Wait, 2012. That was before Overwatch.
That's
been
just,
their
that's
biggest
just the number
game.
Google's
So-
giving me.
Okay.
Oh no, it's at 9,500 now. CG Project Red, number of employees 700.
Those sweet Swedes, I swear.
Hmm.
So gorgeous.
That game could
Working
suck.
their ass off.
You don't know.
I mean,
I guarantee you. Save the clip if you're watching it. Save the clip. I bet you guys, Craig, I will give you my Buffalo nickel if Cyberpunk does not get at least 5 perfect 10s.
You don't even have your Buffalo.
Okay.
Nickel.
I will give it to you. I will let you have it.
Okay, keep up with that. Sounds good. Okay,
That was a good show. We
It's a fun
talked-
show.
it's
Yeah,
a lot of
fun show.
games.
Yeah.
oh,
and Parker and Chase has promised us some sort of special segment
For
for
Try
oh,
Harder.
it's not huge, but it's like
Shut up.
It's
Trying to sell
enjoyable.
Yeah.
Go
Chase.
on, go watch
Chase said it was huge.
Take us
It's
out,
huge,
Mullen.
like
Go to
biggest.
patreon.com/Game Attack to watch Try Harder, the post show coming up here in just a. Just go
I want
watch
to say post show. I'd say extra show.
extra show.
This is news from today. It's on Disney.
$2 on Patreon a month. It supports Game Attack, VOD content, and podcasts just like
You
this.
get
Little-
so
two-
much
$2
more for
a month.
$2.
That's right.
$2 a month. That's changing your
Yeah.
fucking couch.
And you get like so many extra episodes, and you get them early.
yeah.
And on top of that, you can't torrent us, right,
Yeah.
Parker?
Yes.